Yeah, what's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Prison Break Raw. I'm your host, the one and only Big JD. What's happening in my home state of California, in Cali, is heartbreaking. I mean, just to look at the state that it's in, the piss-poor mismanagement of all these elected officials, that these people just keep repeating the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. And the result's always the same. You look at San Francisco and the state that it is in. Straight shithole. It's a shithole. It looks like a third world cesspool. All the buildings are boarded up. There's tents everywhere. Somebody just drops their pants and takes a dump right in the road. Pissing everywhere, slamming everywhere. And somebody even crossed out the United States of America on a federal building and nothing happened to them. They didn't get their hands chopped off or anything like that. Try that shit in another country. Go try that shit in Iran. Go try it in China, Cuba. Go to Russia and do it. People like to talk a lot of shit about this country. It's like I always said, you don't like it? Get the fuck out of here. Pretty much. You think grass there is greener on the other side? You could be just sitting there eating dinner with your family and a fucking drone strike could just blow your house up all around you and kill you and your whole family. Wipe you all out. You can be in some countries where if you got a beautiful daughter, they'll just snatch her up, rape her, put her in a fucking brothel. There's nothing you can do about it. You might even get eaten in some places. Or you might get sold off into slavery. You never know what's going to happen, right? We got a pretty good ride here, and a lot of people complain. Yeah, there's always room for improvement. But California is the definition of what the United States will look like if it ventures down the road into becoming a third world country. And like I said, since I left, it's gotten progressively worse. No pun intended. But yes, the idea of so-called progressivism, progress, democratic socialism, all these things you hear all the time, all the conservative talking points of this is what California is, this is what socialism does. Not true, guys. California is not socialist. California is ran by a bunch of fist-fucking, blood-drinking, circle-jerking elites that are doing everything in their power to make the system self-destruct. Why? We'll get into that. So like I said, it's getting worse over there. When I left in 2012, I'm not saying that I'd never look back. I would love to go back to California. But I'm not going to pay these outrageous taxes so that these motherfuckers can drive around and live their lavish lifestyles. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. I'm not going to live in an apartment with 10 people just to pay the rent or try to purchase some property in the middle of Skid Row that's marked up to about $2 million. For a fucking house the size of a garage? But the system over there in California, the whole state is in complete disarray. Case in point, Gavin Newsom, former mayor of San Francisco, is now facing a recall effort. And you would think that the peasants of Cali are finally waking up to the fact that their dictator or their king, which is not one person, but it's a system of a bunch of people that have been entertaining them with circus and bread for so long, have finally had enough. Businesses are closing down. I watched a video where some poor woman was crying. She had her own little restaurant, deli, something like that. They told her, you can't open up. COVID. You got to close down. You can't. You got to send everybody. You can't do it. Well, what about if I set up a patio and people can eat outside? Nope, can't do that either. But guess what? A Hollywood studio sets up a big old giant, almost the whole parking lot, full of tables and chairs, and umbrellas to cover them from the sun. Yet they could do it, but you can't. This ain't socialism. This is tyranny. It's dictatorship. It's a totalitarian system that is trying to recreate the old world Roman Republic. So you got now Gavin Newsom, and this ain't only a conservative effort to recall this man. This shit's picking up steam with everybody. They've all had enough of this guy. But yet most of the people in the state voted for him over the other guy, who probably would have done a better job. But they tote the party line, and that's the problem with people in this country. So you heard me talking a lot of shit about Biden, of which I don't even call him Biden. I call him Corn Pop, because that's his name in my eyes. Him and Camel Joe, Kamala, which was a horrible attorney general, horrible senator. She's just another elite, spoiled rich kid who got everything given to her, everything gone her way, and when she didn't get her way, she would cry racism. Just like the rest of the elites in that state. She refused to let people out of prison when it was proven that they were innocent. Gavin Newsom is put a noose around the neck of California. You can't do anything. Businesses are all shut down, curfews and all that, but yet him and all his elite buddies can get together and have a party elbow to elbow with no masks on. The ghoul herself, the princess in the ivory tower of San Francisco, Nancy Pelosi, can go and get her hair done at the beauty salon. No mask, but you can't. Dianne Feinstein, or Frankenstein, I like to call her. She could move around in the airports with no mask on. You can't. You might even get shot, put up against the wall and gunned down. The state is crumbling into the very foundation, and you would think that the San Andreas fault kicked off and just destroyed the state, but no. It's your elected officials, the people you voted in. And for all you people that keep voting these people in, guess what? You get what you deserve. You get what you deserve. Everybody got all jazzed about old Joe Biden. All of our socialist ideas are going to come to pass now. But guess what? He's only replaying an old record from 8 years ago. All the same people. All the same shit. Nothing's going to change. No Medicare for all, no stimulus package, nothing. And then there's Donald Trump. And the reason I've told all of you is that I don't bash Trump is because I know why he's there. But a lot of you don't understand that. He was deliberately put into power to play the villain role. Skeletor. Dr. No, Dr. Death. Destro, any other villain, Cobra Commander you can think of. Everything they do is for a reason. And I said it before, I knew he wasn't going to win. Regardless if it was a cheating election, all this, nobody can prove that. So he's out, right? And it would seem that he did everything in his power to make sure that happened anyways, with his own actions in a lot of ways, a lot of his tweets, how he handled the corona, a lot of different things. I can go on and on for days. But I knew why he was there from the rip. All these people are friends. You guys seem to forget that. They've all gone to the same country clubs, go to each other's weddings, everything. California is usually where everything starts and it goes outwards, just the same thing as New York. New York does that for the West, or for the East. California does it for the West, and they both kind of like mix and match in the middle there. California is an experiment to see how far they can go. And look at how far they've gone. Like I said, tents everywhere. People taking a dump in the streets. Crime is way up, even though they'll tell you it's not, but it is. As a matter of fact, I talked to my buddy the other day. Somebody stole his car. He called the cops to make a police report. They showed up the next day. Yeah, sorry, sir. Sorry we're late. When there was a long line at Winchell's, man, you wouldn't believe it. And this is how people are living over there. I got a friend, that I've known her for years. She's moving out of San Francisco. She said she can't take it anymore. And she's as liberal as they come. People are abandoning ship from both of these parties, and as they should. You guys have heard me say it before, and I'll say it again. The Democrats need to go. The Republicans got to go with them. Get that jackass on the back of that elephant and fucking get on out of here. You've been here way too long. You've overextended your welcome. The people would like their liberty back. The people would like to be in control of their own lives, not being told what to do by the masters. What's going on in California is simple to explain. They want to say socialism and progressivism, but that's only just to get your dick hard. For those of you that lean that way. They are trying to completely destabilize everything so that there's two classes of people. The elites and all their servants. Why do you think they're selling everything off to China? Why do you think they're trying to bring TPP back? What's up with NAFTA? Why was it even put there in the first place? They killed my father's industry. People lost jobs. People committed suicide. People turned to crime in that industry when they deregulated the trucking industry. Teamsters unions went down the toilet. Old Corn Pop was responsible for that one, along with Bill Clinton and that piece of shit Hillary and all the rest of them. They're all in on it. Newt Gingrich, all of them. They all did it. Mitch McConnell, all of them. John McCain, they were all a part of it. George W. Jackass fucking retard son of George H.W., who was another jackass retard. They all did it. They're all responsible for what we have today. Where somebody tells China you got to pay your fair dues. Okay, we're going to pay our fair dues. Here you go. Here's a biological weapon. Fuck you. And it's funny how Beijing is like untouched pretty much. Not a ne'er one of them has gotten sick. Yet you can't say that. You can't say that. That's tinfoil hat stuff. Is it? You explain to me what is going on around us. You tell me why California's homeless population is bigger than 20 states' homeless populations put together. A beautiful city like San Francisco reduced to fucking rubble. The guy who ran that city, they put into the fucking governor's mansion. They'll probably put him back in there again for a second term. Mark my words, that's how dumb people are over there. People couldn't stand Donald Trump because, of course, he's the Phantom of the Opera. He's the fucking manufactured villain. They'll be willing to put anybody in there, anybody, and look who they put in there. Look at this guy. He doesn't even know who he's assigning to what part, what branch, or what cabinet. Yeah, we're going to put this guy, what's his name, Raul fucking Taco Grande, in charge of education and the environment. Barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce goes on everything, and it makes good wax for your car. That's the guy that's in there now. So this recall effort to recall Gavin Newsom, I don't see it going anywhere. California already went through a recall of recent with Gray Davis. I used to call him Gay Davis because he was the gay butt boy lover of the CCPOA, the California Correctional Peace Officers Association, the prison guards. Why build schools when we could just build prisons? That was Gray Davis's motto. You guys got to understand there's no difference between these Democrats and Republicans, not in my eyes. If you have half a fucking brain or a lick of common sense, you'll see it yourself. And the state that it's in has nothing to do with progressive. It has nothing to do with socialism or anything. They're trying to, like I said, recreate the old Roman Republic, where everybody serfs, slaves, and then you have the elite at the top. They'll give you the Colosseum, the gladiators and all that, but now we've got Hollywood. And they'll throw you out bread. It's called circus and bread. That's what it was called. Keep the people entertained with all of this, and their eyes are blinded from what we're doing. So what is the solution to all of this that's going on? How could we fix California? How can we fix the rest of the country? Do any of you honestly believe that people like AOC and Bernie and any of them are really all about progressive, democratic socialism? Do you really believe that Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell, all of them, are really about conservatism? Do you really see this whole thing as left and right? Or can you read between the lines and see that it's all a fucking game? It's all bullshit. It's a bunch of people playing with your emotions. Can anybody see that? We're going to talk further about this in tonight's live. This is how the show's going to run now. We're going to have a topic for the Friday Night Lives. The Friday video, of which this one's a little late, and I apologize for. A lot of errands to do today. But the Friday videos that drop from now on will be the topic of Friday Night's Live. Tell me where I'm wrong. Call me names or praise me or tell me to go fuck myself. However you want to approach this, tell me where I'm wrong. Let's talk about this. How can we fix this problem? How can we make California great again? Once again, no pun intended. But what can we do to resolve all of these things? Because this country is in debt. It's been in debt since 1913. Me and a buddy talked about that today. You think your taxes pay for all this stuff that's around you? It's all bullshit. It's just an illusion. Your taxes pay for the interest that's been accrued over all of these fucking decades. Over a century now. Imagine that, right? But let's talk about that. Get at me. Let me know. Give me your thoughts, your feelings, your ideas. Let's get into that one. See you tonight. You already know what it is. You heard it right here. Prison Break Raw, uncut, uncensored, no holds barred, not sugarcoated, not politically correct, all up in your face, slapping you with that dick of reality. And I'm out.